Okay, so I've heard multiple people saying that my survival kits have multiple problems, but the one that I'm hearing more often than anything is that having as much stuff as I usually do in my kits as of more recently, it makes me a target. So I'm going to do something interesting today. I'm going to be showing you 3 different versions of the kit, each one completely different than the last. Starting off, we have this one. It's the most basic one I got, and has the most basic bag that I have, a drawstring, which is drawstring. So, as for sake of actually saving time, considering how long this is probably going to end up being, let's get right into it. Okay, so first off, of course, there's the bag, but I already covered that, so. Okay, now, first off, I got 2 liters of water, which is about 2/3 of a gallon. I've heard a lot of people saying I need to carry more water in my kits, and while it does drastically put on more weight, I see their point to a degree. So I got 2 liters of water there. And given that this kit is only supposed to last me a day or 2, that should be good enough. Then I got a change of clothes. I've been using this method of just rolling them up in a big bundle to save room. But in it, I got a complete change of clothes and 2 pairs of socks. So, and then I have about 2 to 3 days worth of food. Oatmeal, which is one of the main reasons why I carry so much water, and peanut butter. This alone is over a day's worth of food, considering that the entire container is worth over 2,000 calories. So there's my food supply, but I also got this spork in order to actually eat it, and of course my mess kit. And I've actually recently upgraded, so I'll just say what's in it real quick. Got the bowl, the pot, and the frying pan, which is kind of standard considering it's just a basic Ozark Trail mess kit. But I also got a flameless heater from an MRE. And then the stuff that I usually keep in the pot. 3 things of drink mix, a lighter. I use it to replace the matches I usually keep in it because it takes up less space. Then I got my Swiss Army knife, a Ziploc bag of hot chocolate mix, a bunch of waterproof containers of of salt and sugar. This time I actually made sure to label them. That is a whole major difference. And then of course I got some ramen seasoning I keep in as for soup mix or just seasoning for something. A military can opener. It's the most compact one I could think of, mostly because it's designed for that exact purpose, and it's difficult to use, but works perfectly fine. And of course, as usual, got my collapsible cup that I keep in it. And then that's the mess kit. I'll put that stuff back together later. And of course, got my flashlight. Now, this is not as good as my old flashlight, but that one is no longer usable. So this is just one I got at the Dollar Tree. Definitely can use a better one. And of course, got my first aid kit. Again, definitely need a better one, but it's currently the only one I got. And first aid supplies are kind of essential. And we have my emergency survival kit, which I actually just recently did a video covering everything in it, but I'll just run over the contents real quick. I got my Sawyer water filter, a poncho, a bandana, my lockpick set, a pocket knife, earplugs, the blade of a small blade broken off of a hacksaw, a paracord bracelet, Yeah, and there was a lighter, but I had to take it out earlier today for some reason. But that's everything in this one. So without further ado, let's get on to the next kit. Yeah. Okay, so now here's the second kit in the video. It's the one using the same bag I used to use for all my kits before I upgraded. Now, first off, on the outside of the kit, we got this canteen. It's aluminum, so you can actually boil water in it. Yeah, and it has a canteen cup in it, so there's and we got an actual fixed blade knife for this one. It's my old Gerber. Yeah, still a pretty good knife despite having a fair bit of rust on it, because I can't figure out how to get that off. Right, then on this part of the kit right here, we got my fishing kit that I keep in my Altoid tin. Just some lures, a bobber, some sinkers, some hooks, some line, and a line cutter. And then on this part right here, usually people keep a deck of cards as their entertainment item for the kit, but I just got a set of dice. Wait, 1 second. And I rolled an 8. Why do I always roll 8s? Right, now, let's get into this part of the kit. Okay, that emergency survival kit from earlier. I'm reusing a fair bit of the stuff in this. And my first aid kit. That's that part. Not really big space. And then the main part of the kit. Okay, first off, we got my fire kit. It's got stormproof matches, a fire cube, normal matches, pencil sharpener, and a lighter. And I'm trying to get more dryer for it. I had to use up I used up the rest of my old dryer ones. Then of course we got my hygiene kit. It's got toothpaste, a toothbrush, floss, a comb, shampoo, lotion, and body wash. Then of course my mess kit again. And of course that's sport familiar. But something that's new to the kit again, my folding saw. I do have a small hacksaw blade in the emergency kit, but this is going to be a serious improvement. Certainly not the best folding saw, but it will do. Then got more oatmeal, but I got more this time. And the peanut butter still. But I also have something else, an MRE. That's another day's worth of food right there. And of course, got my roll of clothes and the water. All in all, I got about a gallon of water, 3 or 4 days of food, some basic first aid supplies, some hygiene items, change of clothes, a few methods of starting a fire, a way of getting more food, and a knife, which, as I've stated multiple times, is the most important survival item you can have. So, this one has some more stuff. The last one was basically bare essentials, while this one, gives things that will make survival easier, while adding on some weight. Now, the advantages of this one over the last one is it'll make survival easier, and you can last longer on these supplies. But the problem is it adds on, a fair bit more weight. Now, of course, the last one, it was lighter, but its main problems was that, it was just the bare essentials, and of course, the fact that it's a drawstring bag containing a fair amount of weight means that it probably won't last long. So, this is the second kit, but I still got one more kit to show you guys. Okay, now we got the final kit. Now this is, similar to the one I usually show in my videos. but with some minor differences. Okay, first off, I figured I'd just get the water out of the way right now. It's a gallon of water, so that's really it. It's there's a liter more than there was the last time, and I still have the canteen, so that's over a gallon of water. And I still have the opportunity to boil water if I need a backup method for water purification. And I got this knife on the outside of the kit for quick access to a knife if needed. Whether that's for just needing to cut something or emergency weapon. Then I got a tarp on the bottom of the bag for in the area where you would generally put a sleeping bag. I put it there because it was a convenient space for it. And this is so far the only kit that actually has a shelter item. And then we got a slingshot. This is a pretty good weapon against humans, but this is generally this is here mainly as a hunting tool. And with that out of the way, we can get to the actual inside of the kit. Now, let's start off with this top section first. Okay, first aid kit, emergency survival kit again, but the rest of these are completely new. We have my gloves, which I actually was going to put in the last kit, but I actually forgot. These are great gloves. If it weren't for these, I wouldn't have 10 fingers. And of course, my binoculars. I could easily get better ones, but Ozark Trail is great at making budget items. Again, Ozark Trail, if anybody from there is watching, I would love to have you guys sponsor me. But that's probably never going to happen. Then we got these side pockets right here. First off, I like to keep a couple boxes of matches there as a backup. Then we got my A1 screwdriver set. This is more, some of these things are more towards urban survival, but and until I get a multi-tool, some of these things that could easily be solved with a multi-tool are just kind of they're redundant. Then we got a second pair of gloves. I just keep there as a backup because gloves are important. And I got a bunch of Ziploc bags. Those have quite a few survival uses. I'm not going to go into them. That's a video for another day. But then we got my compass, also Ozark Trail. If I have to explain why I have a compass, I don't. Natural selection is quickly going to come for you in the apocalypse. Then I got a couple trash bags. These can be used as a makeshift poncho, basic shelter item. They can be used as trash bags, or if necessary, if you're in the woods, you can just fill them with leaves and you got a homemade pillow. Then I got some rubber gloves. I just keep these in the kit because of everything that's going on. These might be important. Once the plague ends, I'll get rid of those. And then I got a knife sharpener. If your knives aren't sharp, they're just useless pieces of steel. And I got a whistle, but it also has another compass and a thermometer. Not really sure why there's a thermometer on it though. But also it's a whistle. Then the other one. First off, we got a deck of cards. It's just a deck of cards. And once more, you got my dice. They don't really take up any space. They hardly weigh anything, and I have this spare space, so why not? And then we have the main part of it. Alright. First off, got a couple packs of hand warmers. Not always going to be able to light a fire. Then we got my spork, but we also got the second one. It's a K-Bar spork. And it's a spork, but also it has a knife in it. I actually recently did a test video where I tested this. It cut through cardboard, okay, but did not have any ability to actually get through plastic. Then of course the fishing kit, back again. And we got a bundle of paracord. That's about 20 or 30 feet of it. That's strength tested to 1,100 pounds. And a staple of most of my kits, we got my E-tool. 1 second. Cheers. It uses a shovel, and it is a pretty good weapon too, but not really going to be something that you would consider for a primary. And if necessary, it can be used as a makeshift thing for cutting wood. But and of course there is the fact that it's also a standard issue for the U.S. Army. Now this isn't as good as the ones that are used in the Army, but close enough. And then, with that final thing out of the way, we can get into the inside of the kit. Well, the inside compartment. So, first off, got some toilet paper. Now, I've heard a lot of people asking how to actually store toilet paper in the kit. Just take out the inside roll, flatten it, and then put it inside a Ziploc bag. And then we got my fire kit again. Stormproof matches, lighter, normal matches, pencil sharpener, fire fuel. And my hygiene kit. Now, we got a roll of duct tape this time. Duct tape is probably the most versatile thing ever created by humans. It has thousands of uses, and well, if you don't believe that duct tape is powerful, just watch any of the Mythbusters episodes where they use duct tape. Then, of course, the same stuff we've had for a bit. My mess kit, peanut butter, MRE, oatmeal, roll of clothes, oatmeal, more oatmeal. But now we also have that knife from earlier. Oh wait, no, this is the first time I've actually put it in one of the kits today. But this is a second knife. It's a knockoff version of a K-bar. The handle isn't all that good, but the blade is great. Ultimately it's just a good knife to have as a backup. And this one is actually a pretty good one for fighting. In fact, the K-bar is, this general style of K-bar is used by military forces around the world. The U.S. Marines use it, the Israeli commandos use it, etc., etc. And of course, I would prefer it if it had a full tang handle, but it's got a partial tang handle, so good enough. Well, at least for now. And we got a hatchet. Now, usually I keep my folding saw in, but for the sake of that minimal weight, we got my hatchet instead. And it's an okay weapon, but again, it's not something I would use for a primary. And that's with everything else out of the way, we have the final thing in the kit, my sleeping bag. It's a warm weather sleeping bag with that has a comfort rating at 50 degrees. I'm assuming that's Fahrenheit because if it's Celsius, that's not a good thing. Now, all in all, I could easily get a better sleeping bag, but I mean, it was $10. So, that's the rest of this kit. Now, the main advantages of this kit is that with all of this stuff, survival is a lot easier. And you can actually sustain yourself fairly well. I mean, you got 3 to 4 days of food. You got two methods of getting more food, and I originally was going to have a third method, but I can't find the trapping kit that I made. You got a sustainable way of preparing food. You got navigation. You got enough water to last a couple days. Multiple means of starting a fire. Signaling. Repair items. A couple, and of course a couple luxury items that don't need to be here. And the kit, given that it's a hiking bag, it is actually fairly easy to carry it long distances without actually feeling the weight. Plus, the stuff fits in there a lot easier and is way easier to pack than the other two. And this one is going to last a lot longer because it's designed to be able to handle the weight. But the problem being that it's the heaviest kit so far. But it is still lighter, light enough to be justifiable for all the stuff in it, because, all in all, the kit weighs 22 pounds, which, last I checked, is just under 15% of my body weight. And, well, that's really the only problem I can think of, with this kit. Of course, some of the gear can use an upgrade, but it's all around a good kit, just like the other two. But as I stated at the beginning of this video, at the top right hand corner of the screen, there's going to be a thing where you can vote for which kit is the best design. Whether it's the lighter kit, the big kit, or the in between one. Which style I should keep using in the event of the apocalypse, because, well, I can't remember why I did this video, but just remember to vote for it. And of course, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Share this video. I can't remember what I'm supposed to say. But regardless, thank you all for watching. This is Random Man, signing out.